Hey everybody, this is the Apple reseller here, back with another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys this MacBook, which I recently picked up on Craigslist, and if it's still worth it today in 2017. So I picked up this MacBook on Craigslist for only $75, which is an amazing deal if you ask me, but it does have two issues when I first bought it. The first issue is that this Apple logo, it seems like the glue came off of the aluminum body, so now it moves around. However, it still lights up, because if you guys don't know, the Apple logo doesn't actually light up itself. It just uses the backlight that shines through the Apple logo to light up. And the second issue was the trackpad. Like right here, basically the trackpad, when I first got it, it was very loose, as in it tapped really hard and very loud, and it only registered click if you click it super hard. However, I was able to fix that by myself, which I did a video on, so if you guys want to see how you guys can fix your own trackpad, check out my previous video, which I will link in the description. And now, even though this looks like a MacBook Pro 13-inch, this is just a MacBook 13-inch. You can tell because it just says MacBook here, as you can see. And if you look at the side, it does not have a FireWire 800 or SD card slot, as you can see here. It just has MagSafe Ethernet, 2 USB, a mini display port, audio in, audio out, and a Kensington lock. So to give you guys a little history about this MacBook, it was part of the original MacBook line that ran from 2006 to 2011. So back in 2006, Apple came out with the MacBook with Intel processor that replaced the iBook GeForce, and those MacBooks sold really well. But Apple was looking for a better way to build their notebook, and in January of 2008, they came out with the original MacBook Air, which was super thin and had a unibody design. And then Apple wanted to bring that design to the MacBook and MacBook Pro, so they introduced this MacBook in October of 2008 alongside with the MacBook Pro 15-inch. So that's why they call this the MacBook and not the MacBook Pro. However, in June of 2009, when they refreshed this MacBook with a FireWire 800 port and SD card slot, they renamed it the MacBook Pro. Now, as you can see here, this MacBook was introduced in October 2008 and discontinued in June of 2009. And if you're wondering, this machine cost $15.99 when it was new. This was the higher end model with the 2.4 GHz processor, and this did have a backlit keyboard, which the 2.0 GHz model did not. So enough with me talking, let's see how it holds up and if it's still worth it in 2017. Now the design is still a very nice design with the aluminum unibody. It's still very sturdy. However, it does have age a bit since it's pretty thick if you compare it to the newer MacBook or MacBook Pro or even the Retina MacBook Pro. You'll find that this MacBook is pretty thick. But they used this unibody design from 2008 to 2012, so this is still a very good design for today. So I have the MacBook booted up, as you can see here, and I'm going to show you guys the specs right now. As you can see, this is a MacBook Aluminum late 2008 with a 2.4 Core 2 Duo processor, 4 GB of memory, which you can upgrade it to 8 if you want, and the NVIDIA GeForce 9400M graphic card with 256 MB of shared memory. And this is running OS X El Capitan, which is the latest this machine can run. It obviously won't support Sierra or High Sierra coming out soon. And this does have the original 250 GB hard drive, which is at 5400 RPM, I believe. Now, even though this MacBook is older and has a hard drive, it's actually pretty fast for its age. So we can launch a few apps here. Let's launch Safari. We can launch iTunes, App Store, Microsoft Word, so we can launch calendar. And as you can see, everything launches pretty fast and there's not really any lag. And we can load youtube.com, which it loads pretty fast. And let's load a few more websites like Yahoo, Yelp, and we can choose a document in Words, and we can type in words as well. As you can see there's no lag. This computer still runs very smoothly, and then Safari loads pretty fast. And we can just load a YouTube video. Let's just load something. As you can see, it starts pretty fast too. Doesn't really have any lag. The only issue I noticed with YouTube is it automatically sets you up at like 360p or 480p. However, you can bump it up to 720p or 1080p. Although I do notice that when you do that, it lags a little bit sometimes. But if you just pause the video and let it load a little bit, it will start out smooth again. Now, I don't have any video editing software on this computer, but I'm sure it can handle light video editing just fine. And also the battery life on this machine is okay. As you can see here, it has 37% battery and it shows estimated of 1 hour 13 minutes remaining. But realistically, you get about 2 to 3 hours of battery life on this MacBook depending on what you're doing. And this is not a worn out battery too. As you can see here, it still has 94% health, so this is still a good battery. But just expect around 2 to 3 hours of battery life. So is this 2008 MacBook still worth it in 2017? I would say yes for most people, since this is still a very good laptop, especially for its age. It's 9 years old. Everything is still very solid on it, from the build to the display to the keyboard, the trackpad, the ports, the performance. It's still all around a good laptop. So if you're someone who just wants to do basic stuff like web browsing, YouTube, Facebook, email, word processing, and that kind of stuff, then this will be a good laptop for you. Or if you already have a better laptop, this will still make a great backup or second computer. So overall, I think this laptop is still good, but it just depends on what you're going to use it for. If you're going to do anything professional, then this will not be the laptop for you. Alright guys, so that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.